Okay, I'm not using my real-life voice, because I don't feel like it. So, yeah, unfortunately, Thank Thingy decided to make a return despite him, and the rest of us, knowing what he did. The worst part is that people are actively forgiving him or welcoming him back with open arms, which is completely unacceptable. But what aggravates me the most is how people are trying to justify his actions or letting him off the hook by saying that he quote-unquote moved on. And yes, I know that Thank Thingy has apologized for what he did since then. But honestly, his apology is so insincere and more bullshit than Logan Paul's apology. Why? Well, for starters, he acts selfish on the apology. Because, he tells people to move on from the drama already, because if we don't, then he claims that he won't have a good future. Well bitch ass, if you didn't go and grow multiple minors on Discord, then you might have had a good future. But the shit is long gone, and you might not ever get it back. And then he says that no matter how big the mistake is, he will always show regret and learn his lesson. Yeah right, but that doesn't mean that showing remorse will magically undo the trauma you've probably given to those victims affected by you. You're not evil. Bitch, you groomed and solicited inappropriate things to not just one, not two, neither three, but 4 people. And literally, all of them, were minors. That's something an evil person and even a fucking psychopath would do. And then he goes again on to begging people, to move on from the drama. To be honest with you guys, I feel like traumatizing and manipulating multiple minors is something that cannot be swept under the rug and shouldn't be treated as an innocent mistake, because he knew what he was doing the entire fucking time. Quip was, but a personal opinion of mine, I feel like Thank Thingy's lying about and being imprisoned. If he went to prison, I doubt that he would have been allowed parole after only 6 months, due to how serious and illegal his crimes were, and I doubt that the good behavior rule would let him be released this soon. And I also feel like it would have been unlikely he'd have bail due to the crimes he committed. Unless he can prove he was actually in prison, I'm not believing him. It's also kind of pathetic that he tries to blame his actions on his autism. Like dude, being autistic doesn't cause you to go and solicit inappropriate things to minors out of nowhere. You knew what you were doing. And something really funny about this is how he tries to guilt trick people by saying that God himself hates him, claiming he'll be homeless next year, saying that he's the worst human being in the world, and that he's worse than. Well, I'm not gonna say his name, because YouTube might strike down my video. But I'll give you one hint. The said person failed art class. I genuinely just can't believe that, even after what he's done, there are still dumbasses forgiving him, or trusting him again. And something that really pisses me the fuck off are these little retards protecting Thank Thingy and excusing his actions by saying he's moved on from the drama or that he's no longer evil. Bitch, it doesn't matter if he isn't evil anymore, that will not fucking undo what he did in the past. But you wanna know the worst part? One of the literal victims of Thank Thingy trusted him again. No, this isn't a joke. Literally, one of the people that were affected by him decided to give him another chance and say that he's still a good person, and that he just made a mistake. The fuck? Him grooming minors, which includes literally you, is not a fucking mistake, especially when one of the victims was literally, fucking, 12. It's even more far from just a mistake when Thank Thingy did what he did when he was 20. This guy right here is without a doubt, a literal monster, who shouldn't have a platform ever again after what he has done. I don't know what went through his mind when he decided he should come back to YouTube. And once again, if he did go to prison and his parents bailed him, just why? Why would they let their son roam free after the shit he has done? That should have been the perfect punishment for literally traumatizing multiple minors. Please spread this video everywhere, and this other video too, that will be linked in the description, so that the other people around the world find out the kind of person he really is. And Thank Thingy, if you're watching this, imagine forcing me to stop making Barney errors, and imagine side baiting as well.